Good morning and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle on this Wednesday. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Right quick, a quick birthday shout out to a certain young lady who's turning 14 today.
Oh, I bet she's related to you.
I bet she is too. I bet she's not happy about that either. But anyway, she's 14 today.
Is she?
Imagine that.
Wow, I remember when.
You and me both.
Because I used to have in my calendar, Baby Claire, I called her Baby Claire. It's her birthday.
That's exactly right.
14 is no longer a baby.
Call her that now, you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, we want to take a few moments to salute some folks who got some awards last night. I had a great time attending the awards for the journalism department at University of Cincinnati. Their first time recognizing some of the first journalists who came through that program in the mid 2000s, 2005, 6, 7, 8 there. And there were a number of them. Some of them who came from or are connected with WCPO. Emily Maxwell.
Oh, nice.
Megan Wesley, who is working in our news department right now. Rachel Richardson, who did some freelance work for us here, and Keith Jenkins, who was an intern, but now is working for the Associated Press. They were recognized as young alumni for the department, up-and-coming journalists, and they and some of the other folks, Maya Zumo, Saleha Mosin, just doing fantastic stuff. Tom Demaropoulos, let me not leave him out. He's with the Business Courier here in town. So,
well, they certainly picked a great MC.
They sure did. Unfortunately, it wasn't me.
Oh,
surprise, surprise, for a change, right?
Right, okay.
No, we had a good time.
You just attended.
That's exactly right.
That's wonderful.
It was.
And you didn't have to work.
Didn't have to work.
I love it.
And got fed, too.
Well, that's nice. Well, congratulations to all the young people being recognized. And, you know, speaking of young people, you know, there are standardized tests, exams this time of year and coming up, you know. And so I was looking at something on not Facebook, it was on fastcompany.com. Fast Company.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Fastcompany.com. But they were talking about different learning styles and some myths around it. All right, so one of the myths that really stood out to me is that rereading material is a good way to learn.
That's a myth.
That's a myth.
One time through and that's it.
Well, no, they say it's better to highlight as you read, and then you can go back and maybe check the stuff you highlighted.
Pick out
but but that's a better way to learn. All right, the other one that really touched me was your first answer is often the right answer. Right?
I'm glad they said often and not always. Because sometimes my first answer gets me in trouble.
Mine too, yes. But they say that it is, that you should, if you rethink it, you might be better off to rethink it and decide whether that first answer is the right one for the test. So, I mean, those are some things to kind of think about when your style of learning. And you were talking about your style of learning.
Well, yeah, such as it is. I mean, I used to think rereading and rereading and rereading was the way to do it, and actually it wasn't for me. It's kind of boring. I love reading, and I love reading just for the joy of reading and gathering those facts, but if I'm trying to learn something, to keep reading it doesn't always work for me.
All right, so we'll encourage young people to figure out what their learning style is, because it doesn't have to be just one thing. That's what they said.
And I think that's the lesson of this. There are multiple ways to learn.
There are multiple ways to learn, and so we love that. All right. All right, let's be honest. Every day is a great day to thank a veteran for their service, but you should especially take the time today. After all, it's National Vet Girls Rock Day, and it's a time to honor the female veterans who have served our country. What a great holiday, Clyde.
Absolutely it is, Mona, and we have a great person to introduce you to on this holiday. U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Robbin Higgins, retired, who is also the membership manager at Disabled American Veterans. Colonel, thank you so much for being here. I know you've given me permission to call you by your first name,
yes,
but I want to honor your hard work and the service that you've provided this country by calling you by your title. So, Colonel, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Glad to have you. So talk a little bit about your service and what you did in the military.
Well, I started off my career through the ROTC program at Eastern Kentucky University. I was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Signal Corps, and I spent 28.5 years on active duty in the service. And I've had 7 deployments, well, not 7 deployments, but 7 overseas tours, and 4 of those were hardship tours.
Okay, hardship being in a potential combat zone.
In a potential combat zone or a 1-year deployment due to the location. Yeah.
And let's just point out that you obviously were good at what you did, because we have some of your medals here. Let's talk about the big one here.
The big one here is the Legion of Merit, and I received that for my service. My last tour, I was in a command position. So I was in a 1-star position, 1-star general position as a lieutenant colonel for my very last assignment.
That speaks very highly of you.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so
much.
much.
You had a great career, and you're still working I guess, in what could be considered a related area.
Yes.
As we look at your uniform, look at that. Look at all that fruit salad. But you're working with DAV right now, Disabled American Veterans. We frequently think of veterans as men, but what about female veterans? How are they faring, and what do they need? Well, I certainly can't, pretend to speak for all female veterans, but I do know that the friends that I have that are female veterans, that we're a little under-recognized. We don't identify in the same way as our male counterparts, and that's something that I am working diligently on trying to get us to do, is that our service is honorable service. It is equivalent to the service that male veterans. Can you give me one idea of a thing that we could do to recognize female veterans and support them better?
Yeah, I think one of the things is when I go out and I am doing a forget-me-not, for instance, or I am asking folks to support veterans, they always turn to my male counterparts and they thank them for their service. I could have an U.S. Army t-shirt on or wear my Army hat, but they think I'm there in support of my male veterans, which I am. Sure. But I think it would be appropriate for them if they would just thank me for my service, or even ask if I am a veteran as well.
Sure, okay, yeah. All right, just to recognize that you did something.
That I did something and that I did serve.
Of value. We point out as well.
Yes.
So let's talk right quick about how folks who want to learn more about helping female veterans or veterans of all kind can connect with DAV and provide support.
Oh, you can easily connect with DAV by going to www.dav.org, or you can call our toll-free number at 888-236-8313, and you'll get the membership department. And if you need any assistance, you can always just call me and ask me what it is that we can do to help you.
Okay. Colonel, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for wearing the uniform, serving the country proudly. We really appreciate you and all of those like you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Indeed. Mona?
Well, growing up in my household, soul food equaled comfort food. And Paityns Place Soul Food Catering and Cuisine has a passion for cooking it. I've been looking forward to this all week. Thank you so much. Right now, I want to welcome Kanita Alexander, the owner and founder of Paityns Place Catering. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Miss Mona, for having me. I'm excited to be here today.
I'm excited. Believe me, we're all excited for you to be here. It smells so good in here. And tell us what you are. First, tell us a little bit about you, how you got started.
Okay, so Paityns Place Soul Food Catering and Cuisine. I've actually started cooking when I was like a young child, but more so once I moved out on my own at age 19. Started with the big family dinners, everyone coming over, laughing, just having a good old time and enjoying my food, of course. And I just took it to another level. If I could please them and my friends and family, what can I do for the community? So that's how it started.
Well, we're so glad it started. And let's talk about what you're cooking today.
So today I will be presenting our collard greens. Those are one of our top sellers.
Greens.
Yes, ma'am. Greens are really, really good. There are several different kinds of greens that you can make. You have turnip, you have collard, you have mustard, you have kale. Today I chose collard because that's the most common, a little crispy. So with that, you do the cutting and then you're doing the washing. When you're washing, you're just making sure you're using a salt in your water to get rid of all the grimy dirt and things like that.
That's kind of the hardest part, isn't it?
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, okay.
So that's very, very important. So with the cutting, not cutting it so big, and then just getting your broth ready is really
all right.
important.
So you've got some meat in it. Clyde, you can come on over. We'll do more than smelling in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
So you've got some meat
ma'am.
in the water. What do you have in there?
So in the water, I have turkey. I have smoked turkey. A lot of times people used to use pork, but turkey meat is so common now.
It is, yes.
So I use turkey meat. When you can master the use of turkey meat, then I think you got it.
Okay, all right.
All right. It smells like Mom's kitchen in here. Let me just say that. Oh.
Mission accomplished.
Did you say Mona's kitchen?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Mom's.
okay. Right. Okay. So it looks like you have some garlic maybe in here and onions already
garlic,
in the water.
So the minced garlic is your absolute. This is one of the key things that I use in my greens.
That is absolutely necessary.
And then we have some onion here. You can use some broth. I usually like chicken broth. However, for like vegetarians, they could use maybe the vegetable broth or vegetable bouillon. So you can be versatile with it. You do not necessarily have to use meat to make greens really good
you can
and
have
flavorful.
Yeah.
But the secret is not Paityns Place secret, but the secret, the broth, is your key. When you can get your broth to taste amazing, you don't have to use a lot of salt and pepper and other things like that. Good broth make good greens.
Okay, is the hot sauce optional?
The hot sauce is optional.
But it sure is good.
It sure is good, sometimes with tomato and onion as well. I don't have to use hot sauce. Most people don't use hot sauce when utilizing my greens. So, no, that's optional.
Okay, so I'm going to open this up because you already have some done in here.
Yes, ma'am,
and
we do.
cooking,
We do.
and I can't stand it anymore.
Yes, so in here we have mixed greens, which is what I actually prefer, and I'm going to have you taste them.
Okay, I thank you. I'm happy to.
And then here we have smoked.
Clyde, I'm going to save you some.
Oh, yeah, right, sure.
Yes, there you go.
And we have turkey meat in here.
Yes.
I was hoping for the tasting part actually
Here is the
earlier in this
test.
process.
Here is the test.
Oh, my goodness. This smells nothing like Mona's kitchen and tastes nothing like Mona's food. This is delicious.
Thank you so much, Mona.
All right, so how can people get in touch with you? They can get catering from your business?
How can people get in touch with Paityns Place Catering? Several ways. You can find us on Instagram, Paityns Place Catering, which is our Instagram address. You can find us on Facebook at Paityns Place or Paityns Place Soul Food Catering and Cuisine. That's our page. If you have not liked our page, please do. Instagram, if you have not seen us on there, please go there and follow us.
Ooh, okay, not only like her page, but you're going to love her cooking. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mona.
I appreciate you,
having
Kanita.
us.
Yes, absolutely. Paityns Place.
Yes, ma'am.
Catering.
Paityns Place.
All right. Clyde.
Just remember, Mona, sharing is caring. Coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, we'll talk about some new innovations and tips when it comes to getting babies to sleep. We've got a certified ER doctor to talk about mistakes a lot of parents make and how fixing those mistakes could mean a better night's sleep for everybody. Then we take a moment to celebrate our eyelashes. Local skincare guru is in the studio with ways you can be more comfortable and beautiful in your own skin. So be sure to stick around for some greens. We'll be right back. Sleep-deprived parents will do anything to get their newborn babies to sleep, which can sometimes lead to unsafe sleep habits. Now, here to talk to us more about this is Dr. Daria Long, a certified ER doctor who is teaming up with 4 moms to promote safe sleep. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us this morning, and tell us why it's so easy for sleep-deprived parents to make the mistakes that we all talk about when it comes to babies and sleep.
Hi, good morning, Clyde. And yes, it's so true because in fact, studies show that in that first year of life, parents lose 6 weeks of sleep. That is no small number. Yeah, you do anything to get them to sleep. So I want to highlight safe and unsafe sleep locations. So there's 2 unsafe ones. One is in the parent's bed on your mattress. It's so tempting and snuggly, but it actually can quadruple their risk of SIDS or sudden infant death. The other is putting them to sleep and letting them sleep in a car seat or a swing. Again, it's really tempting, but if it requires a strap to hold them upright, it is not a safe place for them to be sleeping.
Well, that's good to know. So to avoid these mistakes beyond the obvious of not using those methods that you just talked about, what can parents do?
Right, so parents will say, okay, great, I'm not supposed to do those things. What am I supposed to do? Because babies don't come out with an instruction manual. So as you mentioned, I've teamed up with 4 moms to share information on safe sleep. And so my first tip is kind of a no-brainer to help baby fall asleep and stay asleep longer, but in a safe location. So this is for everybody who has said, my child will only fall asleep in the car seat or in the swing, and then what do? So 4Moms, which are the makers of the Mamaroo Swing, have taken those same motions and they've put them into a sleep bassinet, the Mamaroo Sleep Bassinet, which you can see right on the screen right now. So it has 5 unique motions and 5 different speeds, 4 built-in sounds, a vibration mode, and you can control it all via an app on your phone. So it's, again, helping baby fall asleep and stay asleep longer in a safe surface.
Well, gee, looking at that, I feel like I'd like one of those for myself. But
right.
As you talk about ideas that parents can use, do you have a tip that you think is the most important thing that folks need to be aware of?
I have a tip that I think most parents have not heard about, and in today's world of bright lights and phones, it's really important. So you see your baby, bring them home, and at 2 p.m. they're falling asleep, and at 2 a.m. they are wired and ready to party. It's not because they're sleep terrorists. It's because they actually aren't born with an intact circadian rhythm. So we as parents, it's incumbent upon us to help to create that difference between day, in which I want you to get bright light, take them outside, get lots of activity and sunlight and noise and fun, and then for an hour before bed, because it takes an hour for melatonin to rise, you want to dim the lights, keep activity quiet, a lot more calm. That way baby can start to develop that difference between circadian rhythm day and night.
So an hour before is the time to get started. Good information. Any other basics you might have right quick that you can share with us?
Yeah, I think it's really important for parents to know to do skin to skin, and mom doesn't have to just do skin to skin. Dad, other grandparents, anybody can do that to help soothe the baby, ease that transition from womb to outside the world. And of course, another great way to do that is with the Mamaroo Sleep Bassinet. You can get lots of great information at 4moms.com on sleep and just guidance and advice there, and about this Mamaroo Sleep Bassinet, which you can also exclusively buy at Bye Bye Baby.
All right, we thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you, Clyde. Have a great day.
Well, here's a question for you. How often do you think about your lashes? Your eyelashes, that is. Probably not very often, but these little pieces of hair do more than just keep dirt and debris out of your eyes. And today is a national day celebrating just how wonderful eyelashes can be. And right now I want to welcome Elizabeth Crank, owner of Pure Skin by Elizabeth Ashley. Thank you for being here, Elizabeth.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell me, you know what, our eyelashes really are something, you know, that not many people think about.
Right. So there's a lot of things about the eyelashes that are important, and the one thing I do is I enhance them to make them the most beautiful as possible.
Great. Okay. So tell us a little bit about how you can enhance our eyelashes.
Yeah, lashes have great benefits, and one of them is you can brighten your eyes, you can look younger with them.
Ooh, I like that.
And also there's options with styling where you can make them look more open and you can look refreshed with them, and there's also options to make them more dramatic.
Oh.
And that could be maybe for a special event that you're going to, and they would really pop.
Okay, we're looking at some of the procedure, and those eyes look gorgeous, those eyelashes. And so what's the process for like doing eyelashes or fill in, or how do you do that?
Sure, yes. Some of the examples here are like the classic lash, and that is when you attach one individual lash to your natural lash.
Okay.
And then the hybrid, this is my most popular service, and you put one individual lash and a volume lash alternating every other one.
Okay.
And then the volume lashes is multiple lashes attached to your lash that gives you the fullest look possible.
All right, so how long would it take to make an appointment and maybe get the hybrid done?
It's a 2-hour service, so when you come in, just be prepared for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me why, oh, we're looking at video right now. Okay, it doesn't go that fast, all right.
No, that's sped up.
But we will, we'll see the results in just a few minutes. All right, so can you give us an example of maybe a misconception about eyelashes?
Yes, of course. I hear the most one would be that it's a painful process, and actually there is no pain involved in doing this, and most of my clients get so relaxed they actually fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so there's a big difference obviously between this and what you call strip eyelashes that some people wear. And what's the advantage of doing this instead?
I think the advantage to these is just the quality that you're going to get with these. I use the most high-end products, and I like to use local business owners too to get my products. So yeah, in the strip lashes, you know, the glue on those aren't really that safe for you. So yeah, I use safe glue too.
Okay, that's a really good reason to get this done. So tell me and our viewers how people can get in touch with you, and where's your business located?
Of course, I'm located in Mason. You can reach me on my website at pureskinandlashes.com. Also on my social media, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, perfect. Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
And your eyelashes are beautiful, and I need some work done on mine. All right, thanks, Clyde.
All right, Mona, thanks a lot. Hey, we'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, Cincy Lifestyle has full episodes of the show on YouTube. You can find fun segments you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. Just search Cincy Lifestyle on YouTube.com. Stick around, we'll be right back. Ah, look at those blue skies out there. Beautiful day in the tri-state. PK, the director, got triggered by seeing blue skies. He got in touch with his inner Louis Armstrong, and he thought to himself, what a wonderful world. It is a wonderful world.
It is.
Well, coming up tomorrow here on Cincy Lifestyle, going to celebrate some of our city's best chefs. Oh, boy, are we going to enjoy that.
Yes.
We'll have the head chef of Dead Low Brewery here to whip us up something fantastic. Talk about how food is a form of art.
And then a Cincinnati native and artist who is combining art and design to create some beautiful sculptures. All that and so much more happening tomorrow right here on Cincy Lifestyle.
As you can see, Paityns Place left us each a bowl of greens. That's Mona's. Guess whose this is? That's Cincy Lifestyle for this Wednesday, February 19th. Happy birthday, little girl.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us today. Make it a great day.
Hey, thank you so much for watching our video. Now, if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, be sure to make it a great day.